Good morning, everybody. It's time for Stuck in a Truck with Michael J. Solar. So, I know it's live and I forgot to make the announcements. Again, just like I talked about in other videos, we are all trying to get into new habits and getting into a lot more different things. And this is one of those ones for me as well. So today I'm a little Puerto Rico out, but it's more important is that I want to talk about how I miss baseball. So baseball needs to come back for the springtime because baseball means springtime. So if you're with me, let's bring back some baseball somewhat. They should play with the empty stadiums, if anything, just so we can get some games in. But I have a couple of things to go over today, a couple of really good quotes that really took to me over the past week. So as we talk about different things each week, and one of the ones that we do a lot of discussion about was building habits and how it takes 30, 60, 90, and we need help and all that kind of stuff. But in this one, I really want to talk about some of the stuff that I think affects all of us in many different ways, and how we look at our life and we look at work as two separate things instead of looking at them as almost one and the same, right? So in this episode, I have a couple of quotes that I want to go over that really struck home to me on not just a business level, but on a personal level as well. So I'm going to go over those quotes, but I want to start off by saying thank you to my wife, my kids, my family, my staff. You guys are amazing. You've really stepped up to really bring a lot of assistance to myself, but to our clients. And I really want to give them a shout out because without them, things go wrong. It's just what comes down to it. And it's really important to make sure we're thankful to the people around us that are helping us and that are making sure that we are successful in what we do and how we do it. So thank you guys, because without you, our clients would be dealing with things, and we've done a lot to adjust to help our clients. So thank you guys really a lot. And with that, I want to give this quote to you guys because it's really something that is going to start off by what we're talking about. So this quote is by Reed Hastings, which is the CEO of Netflix. And it goes like this. It's lots of companies have nice sounding value statements. Real company values are opposed to the nice sounding values are shown by who gets rewarded, promoted, or let go. Real company values are the behaviors and skills that are particular value in fellow employees. Values reinforced in hiring in 360 reviews at comp review, in exits, and in promotions. Now, what is great about this quote is not just the fact that he's talking about how companies have these values of integrity and intelligence and success and help everybody, but it's that you're supposed to be doing this to help each other. But more importantly, it's this: as the leader of a company or the leader of a family, and this is what's really cool about this quote, is that it doesn't just go into work, it goes into both. Because we as fathers, husbands, wives, mothers, sisters, brothers, we are leaders. We're leaders to the people around us. And you have to think about how your impact can affect everybody based on not what you're saying, but what you're doing. I've been a part of many different companies in my time on this planet. And one of the things that I can honestly tell you is that I've been a part of companies that have really good sounding values, integrity, balance, trust, and all that other BS, trustworthy, worthy, all this stuff. And the funniest thing about it is that there's other employees that I work with that would backstab you, screw you over, and prevent you from getting your promotion or do whatever they can to get ahead while screwing you. And the funniest thing about it was that's anti the values, right? So if they're supposed to be trustworthy and have integrity and doing all these things, but meanwhile, the bosses are promoting the guys that are the scumbaggery, the untrustworthy, the people that are playing games with you. And then what happens is you wonder why the morale goes to shit. You wonder why people are depressed at home because they're not being treated by what the values and the core values or the mission statement of the company is. When the truth be told is, when you as a leader, and everybody is a leader. It doesn't mean that you're the boss of the company, but if you're the bottom of the rung or you're the top of the rung or you're in between, you are a leader. And you have to sit there and say, Artie, what values do you believe in, and bring them across the board. So if you're going to have integrity, it's integrity across the board, which means your handshake is more important than any contract or anything that's going out there. You have to be the one that's doing that. And I'm big on that. I'm huge on that. My handshake and my word are more valuable to me than anything out there. If I tell you I'm going to do something, and you can ask anybody that's around me, that it's going to happen. Period. If I'm telling you it's there, it's there. You can get any contract you want. But our core values at Blue Line Canine, Michael J. Solar Inc., it doesn't matter. It's the same. We will sit there and we will have the integrity. And if you're not going to have it, you're going to be gone. Now, what's really cool is me as a father and as a husband, I believe in that as well. You can ask my wife and my kids. It's all about being truthful. It's all about doing those things. It's about believing those things. And it's also an example that you have to live by. Because the way I treat my wife is the same way my sons are going to treat their future girlfriends and wives. So I have to lead by that example. The way my wife treats me is how their wives or girlfriends are going to treat them. So we lead by example by showing them what they're supposed to be doing as their parents, what to expect from their significant other and what not to expect and what's not tolerated and those things like that. So what's really great about this quote is that it's really nice that people feel that they can put whatever they want on paper, but it's what their actions do that really show you who they really are. And if you're a business person and you're watching this video, or you can take anything from it, go review your mission statement, go review your core values, and make sure that you believe in them so much and you have them so repeated in your brain that you're willing to throw up on those words by themselves, because that's what you should be doing. Now, this COVID-19 has got us all quarantined. You got some people working on laptops at home, streaming in, school teachers trying to figure out how to get things, parents trying to figure out how to step up to teach their kids at home and have never done it before, Facebook arguments and haters and all this other stuff. And it's not worth it. It's not worth hating. It's worth loving and helping each other. And that's why I really liked about this quote, is because we have to believe in our core values. We have to look at leading by the example, building each other up, and doing this as a team. There is plenty of business to go around that you don't need to hate on your competitors. You can literally support them. You can become one and the other. You can enjoy those things. And it's really cool that way, because we don't all do the same exact thing. And in multiple different businesses, you can help each other without ever hurting the bottom line. And that's what's really great about it. So one of the things that if you could take away from me is, and I'm going to try to fix this because the sun is horrible today in my truck, is building up and believing in those core values. So again, the quote, like I said, from him was amazing to take away, simply because of the fact that he's telling you it's about the actions. So if you're a leader, meaning a husband, wife, brother, sister, you have people that are looking up to you, you got to live to those core points. And remember, they're always watching. There's always somebody watching you. So that's why you really have to look at those core values. Now, there's one more quote that really goes hand in hand with this. And this quote comes from Roy Disney. The other thing, again, if you really know me, I am a huge Disney fanatic. And I'm not just talking about the cartoon Disneys. Literally, Walt and Roy are two guys that I'm telling you, I admire them beyond belief. You have no idea. I got to go to California in 2015. My brother and sister-in-law invited me and my family out there, and I had to go to Disney. Now, everybody is like, oh, yeah, everybody wants to go to Disneyland. No, I had to go to Disneyland so I can see the stuff that Walt and Roy did to Walt Disney World to represent their family, to do things that you wouldn't believe. Like, so for example, on the second story of Main Street, all the little names are dedications to either people that had major impacts on Walt and Roy's personal life or their family and their business. So if you ever get the chance to go to Walt Disney World after this COVID-19 and you have that, you want to check those things out to see them. And you can see the names. So it'd be like Roy Disney's, I forgot what most of them are off the top of my head, but it was a really neat thing. I was really excited. I was like a little kid in a candy shop. So anyway, getting back into the quote, sorry about that little sidetrack, is this: it is not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are. I'm going to repeat that quote because it's really important. It is not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are. And this is a quote by Roy Disney. Now, I make decisions all the time. And I'm really blessed to be in a position that that my decisions help and build companies and others and things like that. I'm blessed for that. And I have a wonderful staff that supports me and trusts my decisions. Now, making my decisions, I make them quick and I make them and I support my decisions. And it's because of Roy Disney's quote there is why I'm able to do those. And those are the things that I want to let you guys know too, is if you take those two quotes today, and as you take your opportunities that are coming during this COVID-19 shutdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, look at your values, know your values, believe in your values, and live by your values. That means every decision you make is going to be that simple. If you're like, hey, should I get on TV? Hey, should I build my business? Hey, should I look to sell this? Hey, should I look to do this? Should I join these things? It is very easy to align yourself with the people that have the same values if you know your values. So if you know that you're going to be trustworthy, you know that you believe in your integrity, if you know that you don't want to be screwed over, stabbed in the back, or any of these kinds of things, don't do it to other people, right? So get out there, support each other, build those big things, live in those 2 quotes. Take the time, review these videos. This is a great opportunity. I have a business coach that's going right now, and they're helping me keep on track with my things. I review my values every day. I remember I told you in past episodes, I have my journals. In the beginning of each one of my journals, I have my values so that I literally recite them to myself, so I never once question those things. Now, I bet you guys are wondering why I'm all Puerto Ricaned up today. It's not just because I love baseball, but it's also because, hey, listen, we are getting tired of being quarantined. So I know you're all going to be looking for some vacation spots, and I wanted to give a shout out to my cousin, Domingo Nieves. He has a horse training facility in Puerto Rico, and he does horseback riding tours on the beach. So if you guys are looking to plan a vacation, head down to Puerto Rico, support my motherland here, get the island back to working conditions. It needs some help, right? So tourism has dropped dramatically since all the hurricanes and the earthquakes and now the COVID. Puerto Rico is an island. It's very big on tourism. It needs your love and attention. Domingo Nieves, I will put a link in the comment section after I post this video when we're done doing live. That you can like him on Facebook. I appreciate if you can like his page on Facebook. Help his business grow. Get some people down there horseback riding on the beaches of Puerto Rico. It's a phenomenal place to go. His name is Domingo Nieves Jr. I will put, like I said, it's there. I will get you the business page. I don't know the business page off the top of my head, but I'll get it to you guys. And again, I want everybody to support each other, build your values, take those 2 quotes into heart, because again, this is that time. Everybody, don't look at this quarantine as a shutdown, but start looking at it as an opportunity to review the things that you want to be better in yourself, in your business, and in your life, and be consistent across the board. Your home life and your work life are one and the same, because you will work until you're 60-something years old, which means the main part of your life is working, which means that is your main part of life. The stuff you do with your kids, your significant others and stuff like that, those are accented points, which means you have to live by these core elements for success, right? So if I don't believe in my work, or if I'm an untrustworthy person at work, then I'm not going to be a good father and a good husband to my wife and my kids, which means I have to believe in it across the board. And I'm going to say these things to you guys too. I don't care what you do for a living, but what you do, period, matters, because there's always somebody looking up to you. Kids, brothers, sisters, wives, friends, roommates, cousins, or anything else that you could think of in a Star Wars comic. Spaceballs is what I was trying to quote there. Spaceballs. I'm your uncle, sister's, nephew's, brother's roommate, which makes us absolutely nothing, but it does make us somebody that's an influence. So again, everybody's an influencer. Take this time to review what you want in this world, because after this COVID-19 quarantine is over, we are going to have huge opportunities for growing. So we want you all to do it and grow together, grow where you want to grow, and really become something big. Again, at the end of this, I'm going to put a Facebook page link to my cousin's company. I would really hope you guys can like his page. And if you go to Puerto Rico, look him up. He's really not expensive to really enjoy it. If you want to know what it's like, I will post pictures of me on horseback. I never rode a horse a day in my life, but it was a great experience when I was in Puerto Rico a couple of weeks ago. And by a couple of weeks, I mean before the quarantine, and enjoying the horseback riding. And it's an amazing adventure. He also trains Pasofino horses, which again, you can get all that information from his stuff. Listen, stay safe, review, build, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. I really appreciate everybody that watches these videos, likes these videos. It motivates me to continue to research and build, and I can't wait to let you guys know about all the things I'm working on, but I'll give you a tidbit now, one of which is an online dog training company. The second one is a business consulting company where we're going to go in and help businesses get to the next level. And thirdly is we're in negotiations to possibly have a new radio show, be a host on a radio station. So there's a lot of things going on during this COVID-19 quarantine of building, and I hope you guys are taking advantage of the opportunity as well. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week.